form of the movement. And again, you kind of restart your rep ranges. You want to find a weight that is going to be heavy enough for 12 reps and work your way up to 15. Once you've made your way up to 15 reps, you want to increase the weight. And once you can no longer increase the weight, then you want to come down the range. That's how we're going to do progressions for the next few weeks. So grab some water, and we're going to get started with our arm workout right now. This week's version of the supine bicep curl into a reverse curl is going to be standing. So the way that changes this movement is that you're now going to have to use your abs and your lower back much more effectively than when you're sitting. That takes a little bit more concentration and a little bit more attention. So make sure that when you're doing this, you're standing nice and tall, your head is up, your chest is up, your abs are in, and then you keep those abs in to keep your back supported. Right now we're not using crazy heavy weights, but as you get stronger, you want to be in a good habit of having your abs tucked in. So chest is up, and we're coming up this way. Stop here, and slow down. Up. Move we're doing is for your triceps. This is the clincher for everyone out there that's always asking me about their jiggly back arms. This movement is very much about knowing and feeling the movement in your muscle, paying attention to what you're actually doing. What I mean by that is if you start this movement, so the dumbbells are going to be above you, you're going to pull your shoulders in and your abs in, and remember to breathe in when it's easy and breathe out when it's hard. So it's easy here and hard on the way up. But a little bit of a difference in one direction or another in terms of where the weight is located is going to determine how much of the actual tricep you use. If you come too far over top of your shoulders, you're going to use a lot of your shoulders, same as if you go too far down. If you come out with the weight a little bit away, so the dumbbells are just just in front of my chest more or less, I can right away, activates my tricep way more than it does my shoulders. I can feel my triceps straining right now to keep the weight above me. So right about here, when I start to come down, the tricep flexes completely, and right about here is where I feel them the most engaged. I stop there for a second, and I come back up again. So each rep, take your time coming down, come up as fast as you can. Take your time coming down, feel that it's your tricep, not your shoulders pushing through the movement. Push up through the elbow and keep going. So adjust yourself each time. You'll have the tendency to want to move the weight up here. Just keep going back to the right position. Shoulder flies, but this time seated. So now you can focus on your shoulders well. When you're standing, you have to be balanced. You have to keep your much closer eye on your abs and your lower back. Here, we're going to be able to isolate the shoulder quite nicely. So you're going to come, bend this, which works the shoulder, but works a lot more for back and the delt. And I want you to focus on the front. So you're gonna have I have 5-pound weights here, and they're beneath me by my legs. You're gonna pull your shoulders back, come up, and nice, slow down, up. Remember that my shoulders are always going to move a little funny because of the shoulder injury. Try to keep your movement as steady and even as you can. that we're sitting, and then we're going to take our arms out a little bit. The palms are still looking at one another, but they're now at about 45 degree angle or so. You're gonna come up and slow down. As always, keep your shoulders pulling back, your chest up, your abs in, and the only thing that is moving is your forearms, so that you're not using momentum to bring the weight up. It's just your bicep. For our next movement, we are going to be doing a tricep lift. So this is something that people, especially when they're new to exercising, try to do a lot. And it's a great exercise as long as you're doing it properly. Keep your shoulders nice and tight to keep it safe. And then the exercise becomes more difficult the more you walk your your feet out. So we're gonna have your feet close in front of you. Your elbows are nice and tight. Come down right there and feel a nice stretch, and it doesn't bother my shoulder too much. And we're gonna come down. And as you can see, I'm staying on the tips of my feet because I'm trying not to use my body to heave myself up. This is entirely through the tricep.
you